Hello everybody, welcome back. It's JudiciousFire, and I am here with Creation 01. Creation 01 is a bit of a mystery, I think, to many in the Castle Clash community. I have seen the question in print, I have heard it echoed throughout the community. Is Creation 01 any good? I have researched Creation 01 throughout his time in Castle Clash, trying to find a suitable use, a suitable build that's going to make sure that this guy is effective in some way. And it took me a long time to realize the benefits and the usage of Creation 01. I think that this video hopefully is going to shed some light on what he does best, and how he can be most effectively used. And then maybe the next time the question comes up, is Creation 01 any good? People will say, he is, but, and then they'll begin to explain several other things. Okay, let's go back in time. Let's go to the very beginning of this Creation 01 saga. We go to the early 1800s. A up-and-coming writer and poet, Mary Shelley. She was on a summer holiday at the villa of Lord Byron. It's a bunch of Renaissance folks who got together for a steamy summer, all enjoying one another's company. I'm sure it involved a lot of alcohol. Each of those nights, they would challenge one another, challenge each other to write a story or to tell a ghost story that would somehow be so shocking, so frightening, and so salacious that it would actually cause the other members of the Writers Guild group to wince in terror. That was the bet. And it became something of lore, something of myth by the time that summer was over, because the winner of the scare all the other writers at the Villa contest was Ms. Mary Shelley. And she wrote a story about a brilliant doctor who used his medical prowess to bring a cadaver back to life, to reanimate a corpse. That original story was named Frankenstein and subtitled The First Prometheus. Frankenstein at that time was named after the doctor, and the creature or creation is the Frankenstein from popular lore. The hulking, raging beast who slaughters villagers, all the way to the other end of the spectrum, and they made 80 movies about this guy, to the one that can speak and has a heart of gold and swings in to save innocent school children. So Frankenstein has made its mark on our popular culture, and even here in Castle Clash, we've got Creation 01, which is a hero with two skins, two different dimensions to him. He is much more the Frankenstein beast in his original form. IGG saw fit to turn him into some kind of a punk soccer player. What was in the water cooler that day during the IGG staff meeting, I don't know, but this is his final creation build. And we see him at, pretty much max everything. Max as far as skill and breakthrough. I'm still not sold on his talents and how I want to arrange them, but I am very clear that there's about 5 or 6 talents that are best suited to creation. As well as pets. They can go a variety of different ways, but there are 3 or 4 that are best. In terms of traits, we've got 2 or 3 that we'll take a look at. First creation, what does he do? He does 2 things. One, he's an auto-proc hero. And with Empower, he's going to generate enough energy that he's able to attack from a distance. Attack an enemy that is coming at your base, attack in any kind of a defensive scenario. So defensively, take advantage of his auto-proc ability. He's one of the best in the game in terms of auto-procking. It's the second thing that he does. When he is under attack, when crit strikes are raining down on his head, or he's duking it out fist to fist with Anubis, he gains an attack boost. He gains a damage reduction boost. He becomes a better, stronger version of himself. Okay, these two things are very distinct from one another. I have said in many a video, find what your hero does best and put all of your efforts and energy and upgrades and resources into that one thing. It's the reason we have 90 heroes in Castle Clash. Each is a unique specialist. To make a jack of all trades or a general hero basically just gives you a hero that's pretty decent at a lot of things, but great at none. Creation can be great, and the answer to the question, is creation good? He is great at auto-procking. If you are trying to use him to get his attack and defensive bonus, if you are putting him under fire, if he is under direct attack, if he's in the front row in your Lost Battlefield team, you will find against the premier max breakthrough heroes of today that he gets pretty much immediately annihilated. It is best to, I think, forego that part of his skill description. It serves him no purpose. The first part of his skill description is one of the most powerful and potent in the game. He unleashes 2 electrical strikes down upon the enemy. Those electrical strikes represent something called damage over time. Every half a second, for 3 seconds, he will be inflicting horrific damage against his opponent. That sustained corkscrew of electrical damage functions over a period of time. Okay, any hero in the game that doesn't have a damage cap can be killed with 1 skill activation from creation. Now, if it's a max hero and has healing capability and damage reduction, it might take 5. But it will eventually knock him out. If you're facing a Zephyrica, a Dovekeeper, a Levanica, a hero with a damage cap, creation is still your man. That sustained damage over time starts to bring down the cumulative health of even damage capped heroes. It's not going to be tremendous critical strikes that cause damage capped heroes to get killed. It will be 18,000, 36,000, 10,000, no matter what. But something like creation, who's able to hit again and again and again and again, and has very little rest time or cooldown time between skill activations, it's a creation who's going to take out a Zeph and take out a Dove and take out a Lava. You pair creation with a silencing hero, such as maybe Ripper, maybe Phobos, all of a sudden you've got a team that's working in synergy with one another. Put maybe a malaise on one of them, and all of a sudden you're shutting down heroes like Dove, who can be silenced. You're shutting down the healing capability of somebody like a Zeph, and creation is causing brutal, sustained damage over time. I believe that this is why you see a lot of creations on high might bases. Creation, and this is one of his downfalls, he requires the highest level of upgrading before he is actually sustainable in battle. He can go out very quickly, and he is not exactly what you would call one of the last standing heroes. He requires a lot of resources. He's very much like a Mectessa in that sense. So I think players who are not resource heavy or in the earlier stages of their CC career would respond to the question, is creation any good? They'd say, absolutely not. Do not upgrade him. He's a waste. But then you see it on the forums or on YouTube comments, you see a 800, 900 might player, 900,000 might player chime in and say, what are you talking about? He's one of the greatest in the game. So it is at that stage where you've maxed out or near maxed out a variety of heroes. And that would be my suggestion. Do the core heroes first. But then when you're able to specialize, this man is, he's your monster. So he is a hero that does a tremendous job. I'll show you a little bit of what he does. Last thing, it is a bonus on top of the fact that this man does so much sustained damage over time. And the bonus is this. He is able to cause damage to those heroes that have a stealth or elusive capability. Let's take Ronin, for example. Ronin has the capability to go elusive. Creation of one can still hit him. Let's take a look at a Zeph or a Dove Keeper or a Levanica with stealth. Creation of one is still able to hit him. Now the downfall, the limitation to that is the following. The hero has to be visible while creation is beginning his skill activation for the skill activation to continue as the hero goes into stealth. So a hero completely in stealth is not going to get hit by creation. But if Ronin or Zeph or Dove are at 40% health, and they get hit with that creation proc and their health starts going down and they jump into stealth, creation will keep hitting them and keep hitting them. So that's another thing that creation does and does unlike any other hero. So this is why you'll see him on so many bases in a defensive capability. I've got him with the Empower because defensively I use him solely really as a defensive unit. I do have the Survival as a backup. There's very few times I use him in a attack scenario where I know people are going to be attacking him and I don't need the auto energy generate from Empower. I find that the damage negation and the extra heal is great. Remember, I'm not worried or concerned with skill description part 2. I don't really want this man to be slugging it out or be under direct attack just to get a little bit of a damage boost. Attack boost and damage reduction. He nukes anybody he touches. Another 45% is going to make that much of a difference. Got it with Drogo. It negates damage in the sense that it deflects the damage that's incoming on creation. And that deflect is going to reduce the amount of damage that Drogo reduces. So if Drogo reduces 65%, creation's hit for 100, creation only takes 45 damage. And 65 goes back at the bad guys. So a real nice thing about deflect. Okay, deflect and reflect. Reflect's horrible. You still take all the pain, all the punishment. But also your enemy shares in a small portion of it. Well, your enemy's going to be alive a lot longer than you because you're taking most of the damage. Reflect, try to stay away from it. Deflect, it can be helpful. Chris, we've got a Wicked Armor. If I'm running Empower, and that's 90% of the time, base defense, I'm running a Wicked Armor. Reflect and deflect damage, when this guy attacks, that can hurt him. Because he does so much damage, even the smallest percentage sent back at him can be brutal. So that is very, very good. It's like an offensive Sacred Light. I think Sacred Light as well works great. Any of these combinations, you got Survival, Empower, Sacred Light, Wicked Armor, even something like a Bulwark, extra attack, extra health. Maybe even a Zealous Drive. You got the damage reduction as well as the extra attack. So there's several of those in that spectrum that can be very, very helpful. With equipment, I like the Holy Conviction. I'm not after super damage with like a Victory Lunge. I'm after damage reduction. And I'm after him being able to soak up heals from his teammates and from pets in a more efficient manner. And as far as traits are concerned, I'm running him all dodge. because I'm not interested in him doing damage. I'm interested in him doing damage over time. Emphasis on the word time. If he's dead, his time's up. So I want him to stay alive as long as possible. And I find with this dodge build, he's going the full battle. He'll go the full 3 minutes. And he'll take a lot of heroes out, even damage capped heroes in the meantime. So he's doing a great job like that. He's a very, very good hero. I have a Zeph in here as well. I have a Zeph to cancel the Warden and also to show you something in a minute or two. Let's just take a look at a couple of his skill abilities. We'll run a Here Be Monsters real quick. A couple of them if we need to. And then I'm going to attack a very specific base that has the nastiest creation that I've personally come across in the game. And I'm going to attack him using Zeph. And watch my Zeph get smashed. Okay, so we've got the Empower on. I probably switched over to Survival. I probably still have it on Survival. Pardon me, real quick. I'm gonna jump back in here. I'm waiting for Creations Auto. Yeah, I got that Survival on here. Waiting for his auto proc to take place, but he's not gaining any energy. All right, we try again. Let's do HPM. Let's try AC. Okay, we're looking for a corkscrew of damage that comes flying down. There was one near Atlanticor. Let's look over here. Doing real nice, clearing out the guys on AC. Do we have some more troops that we have to deal with? Little troops hiding around the corner. There we go. Okay, look for a corkscrew of damage. There it was. And a very brief pause in between skill activations. Okay, here we go. There it was again. You see now, whoever he's hitting, and I understand it's a very big difference between a Breakthrough 30 hero and an HPM AC hero, but really, whoever he's hitting, he's killing up to a certain point. Here against the big boy. Once all the bad guys are out, we'll just have that Archdemon, and we'll be able to see the damage over time repeatedly. There it is, the blue corkscrew with a little circle at the top, little sphere at the top. Boom, done. And we don't have a Pumpkin Duke. We don't have anything to increase attack speed. The attack speed isn't it. It's the fact that it continues over such a sustained period of time. And when it's a Dove or a Zeph that you're fighting, now he's right up in everybody's face. Look at all the misses. This is why I really like a dodge creation. It is not a huge, striking, unholy packed critical damage that's going to be winning this game. This is a defensive game. It's multiple skill activations from our heroes, who are plenty strong as they are. Multiple skill activations over a sustained period of time that's going to win the battle. In order to do that, you've got to have a defensive build. You've got to keep your heroes alive. So only with creation right now, we're fighting this Archdemon. Zeph does not have any kind of empower. He is not attacking in any way. It's only creation. And we see the damage again and again. It's all creation right now. All of these 27,000, 60,000s, again and again, equaling 6 hits every 3 seconds with, I believe, a 1 second pause in between. We can speed up a little bit, and even with no Pumpkin Duke, no Michael, no Athene, no speed buffers of any kind, damage over time, took care of that Archdemon, and that's a win. Let's do an attack against a pretty nasty creation. We'll do it with Zeph. We have all wardens canceled. My Zeph is running a stealth. I'm trying to make him as unkillable as possible. A stealth, a survival, Rudolph pet. He's got three forms of healing. Innate skill, survival, as well as a healing pet, and the ability to go into elusivity, into stealth. Let us go to, where are you? Practice. Okay, now, Zeph is going to get hit by a lot of different guys. We're just looking for the damage caused and the effect caused by the white electrical corkscrew. This is Thunder Might Space. I faced this creation in Guild Wars. I faced this creation in Blitz Gauntlet. And just general rating, Thundermite, one of the top players on iOS, also one of the top DPS players on iOS, and the nastiest creation that I've ever come across. I throw Zeph out there. Okay, already we're getting the white blast from creation. Look at that damage over time. We get a boost only because we went into stealth. Now he's face to face, done. Dead. That was a Max Zephyrica. Dead. Is Creation 01 any good? Yes, but he should not be your top, your first, dozen, 15 heroes. You should make it those core heroes that are great in every single game mode. Is Creation 01 a great base defender? Oh, yes, he is. Is Creation 01 a great auto proc hero? He is one of the best in the game. So if you want to kill Zephs, you want to kill Doves, and you already have yourself a strong team of fully upgraded heroes or near to, please consider putting some resources into Creation 01. He's an amazing hero. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next video. All right. Bye-bye.